First Take live from Delaware State University. Tubman Laws Hall is one of the newer residential facilities on campus. The new hall honors two namesakes, Harriet Tubman and Lydia P. Laws, the first female instructor in the early years of the State College for Colored Students. And now, let's hear from DSU's president, Tony Allen.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Tony Allen. This is my wife, Tara Allen, and we are at the Delaware State University, the most substantively diverse, contemporary, and unapologetic HBCU in the country. Somebody say DSU!
DSU!
Say DSU! Say DSU! I thought you knew State! Stephen A. Cam, holla at the hive!
Thank you so much, Tony. Let's make some noise again. Hype here in the gym. How y'all feeling? The fresh hour of First Take coming at you right now. Stephen A. Smith, Cam Newton, Amina Smith here with you. And guys, just like y'all heard right there, I heard y'all got a chant. Somebody say DSU. Say DSU. Say DSU. I thought you knew. Okay.
Amina!
Excuse me.
You was withholding information.
A little bit. Just a little bit, not too much, you know.
That's crazy. I like that.
That's crazy.
I love that. I love that. I love that for us.
I love that for us.
You
I
know.
really do. All right, y'all, let's get back into some football. We're 100 miles from Baltimore. We are not far from there. And on Monday, First Take will be live from Dallas ahead of the Cardinals-Cowboys Monday night game. So that got us thinking, who has a more uphill battle to get to the playoffs? Is it Dak Prescott or Lamar Jackson? Kim, I'll start with you.
Man, I'm going with Lamar Jackson. And the reason why I say that, sitting at 2-5 right now, like I said earlier, the margin of error is now shrunk. When you think about Dak Prescott and the Cowboys, you know what they have to fix. Well, it's still subjective of what you have to fix for the Baltimore Ravens. And when you look at the playoff picture, you got Indianapolis, you got Buffalo, the Steelers, the Kansas City Chiefs, the Chargers, the Broncos, the Patriots, and then a late push probably from a team like the Jags. You have to start bumping out teams and collecting victories as much as you can. Not to say that you cannot do it, but the optics of 2-5 is not looking pretty. So that's why I would say it comes down to Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens, but they're well and capable of doing that.
You ain't even close to being right.
Oh.
You ain't even close. This is clear. The answer to this question is clearly Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. How you get into the playoffs? All you got to do if you Baltimore is wait for the Steelers to lose a few games, which is inevitable if recent history is any kind of indication. That's all you got to do.
That's
it. Listen. That right now, they just a couple of games behind the Steelers, and by the way, they got a couple of games to go against the Steelers on their schedule. But look at the Dallas Cowboys. They 3-4-1, okay? You got a defense that's straight trash, okay? Not only did I say it, I'm going to Dallas Monday to say it personally. I'll be there to remind them the defense is trash, okay? Then not only that, giving up 40 points a few times, 4 games they gave up over 400 yards in a game of offense. And then I'm looking at their schedule. You 3-4-1, right? You got the Cardinals. You should win that game, but you could lose. You got the bye week, and then you got a second bye week because you're going against the Raiders, who basically is a bye week. Okay. But then after that, the Cowboys have Philly, Kansas City, and they at Detroit. Oh, you lose 2 of those games. Woo. You lose 2 of those games, all right? Oh, by the way, after that, what conference you in? Right now, you got the Eagles, NFC East. You got Green Bay and Detroit, NFC North. You got Tampa, NFC South, okay? And then you got San Fran, Seattle, and L.A. Dallas going home. They don't know damn playoffs. I mean, so I'm looking at it like, nah, the road to prosperity is far, far more arduous for the Dallas Cowboys. All you got to do if you Lamar and them is win more games than you lose, make sure you beat Pittsburgh, and watch Pittsburgh lose the other games they're going to lose.
But Cam, something tells me it might be a little bit harder for Lamar Jackson and the Ravens just based off of the record and the uphill battle that they do have to get to the playoffs.
Well, my response to you is you ain't been watching the Steelers.
I've been watching the Steelers, but what I'm going to say, though, that Cowboys offense, I feel like is going to carry them far, though. And they're fine in the defense. They are fine in the defense.
How that work against them?
I'm telling you, 2-5, you got to be about perfect.
Understand this. See, when you're talking about this dynamic, Dallas Cowboys still control their own destiny.
Right.
Right.
If the Baltimore Ravens still win out,
That's hard. That's very hard to do. It's hard.
I'm about to say something. But the thing that you have to understand is Baltimore Ravens need help still. By still winning at 2-5, that doesn't look good.
Yeah.
And if the Steelers just so happen to split, right, that still won't be the best situation for the Baltimore Ravens, and that's the case. Of course, when you start to talk about the optics of who and what Dallas Cowboys is, and as Stephen Anthony calls them, Alice, because they don't have no D, la 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 la.
It's the truth.
Baltimore Ravens have to damn near play perfect and have perfect outcomes from help from others. And if they do not get that help, if the Steelers find a way to bow up and get that Velcro off of their skill positions, man, they'll find a way to really make it hard for the Baltimore Ravens, no matter how good Lamar and Co. is.
When we watch the Pittsburgh Steelers get outscored 28-9 in the second half against Green Bay on Sunday night, we learned that they have the 30th ranked defense, that they gave up 68 points in the last 2 games, that it's the 4th time in 7 games they've surrendered more than 30 points.
Yeah.
This is who we're talking about here. This is the worst defensive ranking that the Pittsburgh Steelers have suffered from. They're 30th rank in the league right now. This is their worst ranking since 1988. 1988, okay? That is 37. I mean, come on now.
Yeah.
It's been a while, all right? And I'm looking at them, and you went out and you spent 155 to 165 million on the defensive side of the ball in the offseason.
$1 million.
I mean, this is 155 million. 155 million. Okay? I'm like looking at it. I'm like, yo, what do you want me to say?
Yeah.
I don't even recognize this Pittsburgh Steelers defense. And this is worse than they were the last 2 years, and they spent the last half of the last 2 years losing games.
Yeah. Well, look, the Cowboys.
I don't see it.
The Cowboys, they still have an 18% chance to make the playoffs, so there's still a chance. But I do feel like it's more of an uphill battle, though, for that Ravens team, with them being at 2-5 right now. All right, guys. As a reminder, this Monday on First Take, it's Cowboys fans versus Southern. Steve, you ready for that, SA? You ready for that battle?
They ain't ready. They ain't ready.
All right, First Take returns to Texas live in Arlington ahead of the Cardinals-Cowboys game. The fun starts at 10 a.m. Eastern, and if you're in the area, come down and join us. Special guest Michael Irvin will be in the building. Also, stick around for the Stephen A. Smith Show from 1 to 3 p.m. Eastern on Sirius.